In today's show, Elon Musk tweets Bitcoin price bottom cryptically. Check this out. I'm also going to be sharing 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. So yeah, Elon Musk tweeted, to clarify speculation, Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. And analyst Alex Kruger points out, Elon must have an outstanding technical analyst. His Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin tweet was posted exactly at Bitcoin's key technical level, the 61.8 Fibonacci at $42,845. And as Rec Capital points out, to clarify speculation, Tesla wanted to buy Bitcoin at a discount. I would not be surprised if they're buying this dip. And as Michael Van de Poppe points out, people always want to buy the dip, but when the dip comes, they want to buy lower. So true. Also in today's show, banking system consumes 2 times more energy than Bitcoin, according to this new research report put out by Michael Navigratz's Galaxy Digital. They tweeted, the team at Galaxy Digital Mining wrote an excellent white paper examining Bitcoin's energy usage. Did you know that 19 times more energy is lost in transmission than Bitcoin miners consume? Great research here, and we open sourced our methodology. And as you can see, the estimated annual energy consumption comparing the banking system and gold to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is obviously the clear winner, consuming the least amount of energy. And yesterday was an excellent Orange Pill podcast with Max Kaiser, quoting him here. Bitcoin is designed to do one thing: kill central banks. It's hard-coded in the Genesis block, this very reference. It's designed elegantly to kill central banks. When central banks are killed globally, energy usage goes from 160 terawatt hours, cut by 3/4. That's right. Also in today's show, billionaire Mike Novogratz says Ethereum can go higher and ramps up his crypto investments. In fact, quoting him right here, it's dangerous to give predictions on the highs, but could it get to $5,000? Of course it could. I'll be breaking this down for you. Also in today's show, Top Trader says he's bullish on 2 underrated altcoins and unveils big end of year target for Bitcoin. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the major altcoins are currently correcting and in the red. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by Femex, the fastest crypto exchange and futures trading platform, where you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Chainlink, and Cardano with leverage. And they have a special promo running right now where you can receive up to a $2,000 deposit bonus paid in Bitcoin directly to your BTC wallet. To take advantage of this, click my referral link in the description right down below. Once you do, it'll take you here, and you'll notice the invitation code already pre-populated for you to take advantage of this special bonus. It will only take you 30 seconds to register, make your deposit, then claim your bonus. It's as simple as that. So go ahead and click the link right down below, claim your free bonus of up to $2,000, and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss, so let's dive right in. Bitcoin is nearing $40,000 this week. Who would have thunk? As the Doge father himself, Elon Musk, deals out pure pain to the hodlers. So what's next for the Bitcoin price? After a traumatic weekend for many crypto investors, Monday is setting the stage for the next chapter in the wild 2021 bull market. Now let's talk about the 5 factors which can shape what Bitcoin and altcoins do next. Let's start by talking about the master manipulator himself, the king of all FUD, Elon Musk. It's all about one man yet again this week. In a characteristic fashion, the Tesla and SpaceX CEO caused an uproar on Twitter when he came out bearish on Bitcoin. Now, personally, I believe this FUD was engineered from the very beginning. The government is using puppets like Elon Musk to try to manipulate Bitcoin, because they cannot really manipulate Bitcoin directly, but they can manipulate the manipulators. You feel me? Bitcoin/USD sold off immediately on the news that Tesla was halting Bitcoin payments for its products. But for Musk, this was not enough. Further tweets over the weekend, including criticism of Bitcoin's decentralization and how he believes in crypto, added fuel to the fire. It was a hint that Tesla may already be planning to sell its holdings. However, that caused the most misery. Bitcoin fell to near $42,000 low, retesting this previous all-time high level before steadying as Musk stressed that no sale had occurred. Checking out Elon's tweet, to clarify speculation, Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin, and statistician Willy Woo responded, damage already done. The market was already soft and tentatively recovering when your unresearched FUD on energy came out. There's only so much that can be absorbed by the market. He's right, you know. Then Peter Schiff, the notorious Bitcoin troll, took some jabs at Bitcoin saying, clarification, Tesla hasn't sold any Bitcoin yet, and he capitalized yet. That's even more bearish, as it means that Bitcoin sold off so much without Tesla actually selling any. Imagine what will happen to the price when Tesla finally does sell. Now check out this chart right here. You can see every time Elon tweets about Bitcoin, which he is in a negative fashion, again, this is all engineered FUD. We can see the price dipping further and further. It's crazy that one man has this much influence on the crypto market. Now, with Musk versus the crypto community beginning to look like a full-on war, Bitcoin is thus unsurprisingly volatile as all eyes remain on the Twitter battlefield. At this time, Bitcoin is currently trading just above $44,000, still down 8.7% over the past 24 hours. And as analyst Alex Kruger noted, the clarification tweet may be unwittingly acting as a local bottom signal, as Musk posted it just as Bitcoin hit a key 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, as I shared with you in the intro right here. Check it out. Elon Musk must be an outstanding technical analyst. His Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin tweet was posted exactly at Bitcoin's key technical level, the 61.8 Fibonacci at $42,845. Now, the next factor to keep your eyes out on this week, Bitcoin dominance falls below 40%. Musk's activities had a detrimental impact on Bitcoin and altcoins alike. Despite continuing to praise Doge, even the meme coin token failed to avoid losses over the weekend, with the majority of large cap altcoins following Bitcoin down. There were some less significant losses, such as those of Cardano, which on Saturday was still bucking the overall downtrend to even post new all-time highs, entering price discovery mode. How many of you are currently bullish on ADA? Let me know in the comments below. And in terms of bearishness, however, nothing shows how much the average Bitcoin holder is suffering like market dominance. On Monday, Bitcoin's overall market cap share dipped below 40% for the first time since June of 2018. As you can see right here in your screen, already on the way out, dominance was dealt a significant blow thanks to the recent Bitcoin price pressure, while alts such as Ethereum benefited. Now, the next factor to keep your eyes out on this week in the Bitcoin market, dollar bounces at support, taking a break for crypto-specific triggers. A wider macro picture may yet provide some inspiration for the price trajectory. After plunging late last week, the strength of the US dollar is returning. The US dollar currency index, known as the DXY, is bouncing off familiar support. Surges in its strength tends to provide teething problems for Bitcoin/USD. Now, for the fifth and final factor to keep your eyes out on this week in the Bitcoin market is Bitcoin still beats its last bull market. That's right. Is it 2013 or 2017? In terms of the Bitcoin bull market, among the industry's best known names, there is no hint of bearishness. All that remains to do is analyze the nature of the current retracement and compare it to past years. This week's Stock to Flow creator Plan B notes that for all of Elon's drama, Bitcoin is still performing better than during its 2017 bull run to $20,000. This despite the $42,000 dip officially being Bitcoin's biggest this bull cycle and since the cross-asset crash of March in 2020. And I broke this down in great detail in yesterday's episode. If you missed it, be sure to check it out. And calling for calm and zooming out is a key feature among seasoned Bitcoiners. As reported last week, Stock to Flow remains unviolated by Elon or any other episode of downward volatility. Also, a survey meanwhile revealed that a majority of 35,000 respondents believe that Bitcoin will still hit six figures this year. Let me know your thoughts if you feel Bitcoin will break $100,000 this year or even as high as $250,000 as Plan B suggests. Let me know in the comments. Now, checking out this tweet from Rec Capital, he wrote, to clarify speculation, Tesla wanted to buy Bitcoin at a discount, and Michael Van de Pop tweeted, people always want to buy the dip, but when the dip comes, they want to buy lower. So true. And as I shared right here, real talk, you get used to it. I don't even see the dips anymore. All I see is 5% off, 10% off, 15% off. For real. And before I break down our next story of the day, banking system consumes 2 times more energy than Bitcoin, according to this new research from Galaxy Digital, as well as billionaire Mike Novogratz says Ethereum can go higher and ramps up crypto investments, as well as Top Trader says he's bullish on 2 underrated altcoins and unveils big end of year target for Bitcoin. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin down 6% for the day, trading just above $45,500. We have Ethereum down 5%, trading just above $3,500. Binance Coin down 9%, trading at $538. XRP barely in the green, up about 0.5%, trading at $1.53, while Cardano is down 6%, trading at $2.19. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Amid the ongoing concerns over Bitcoin's energy consumption and all the FUD coming from Elon, a new study states that the traditional banking system consumes much more energy than the Bitcoin network. That, my friend, is a fact. Michael Novogratz's crypto firm Galaxy Digital released a report Friday titled On Bitcoin's Energy Consumption a quantitative approach to a subjective question, providing open source access to its methodology and calculations. Compiled by Galaxy's mining arm, the study estimates that Bitcoin's annual electricity consumption to stand at 113 terawatt hours, including energy for miner demand, miner power consumption, pool power consumption, and node power consumption. This amount is at least 2 times lower than the total energy consumed by the legacy banking system, as well as the gold industry on an annual basis, according to Galaxy's estimations. As we can see right here in this tweet, did you know that 19 times more energy is lost in transmission than Bitcoin miners consume? Great research here, and we open sourced our methodology. And as you can clearly see right here, it shows you the estimated annual energy consumption. We can see the legacy banking system consuming the most energy. Then we have gold right below it. And then we have Bitcoin, which consumes the least amount of energy. That's how we know this is all engineered FUD. While Bitcoin's energy consumption is transparent and easy to track in real time using tools like Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index, the evaluation of energy usage of the gold industry as well as the legacy financial system is not that straightforward. Galaxy Digital Mining stated, the banking industry does not directly report electricity consumption data, the report says, adding that the retail and commercial banking system requires multiple settlement layers, while Bitcoin offers final settlement. Given Galaxy's estimations of power usage by banking data centers, bank branches, ATMs, and card network data centers, the total energy consumption of the banking system is estimated to be 263 terawatt hours globally. Now we know that Elon is a straight up hypocrite. He receives subsidies from the government and he's just playing their game, just another controlled Illuminati puppet, if you're to ask me. Now I love this most recent episode of the Orange Pill podcast with Stacey Herbert and Max Kaiser. Quoting Max, Bitcoin is designed to do one thing, kill central banks. It's hard coded in the Genesis block. This very reference is designed elegantly to kill central banks. When central banks are killed globally, energy usage goes from 160 terawatt hours, cut by 3/4. And he continues, no other coin, no fiat, not even gold can do this. So by putting energy and attention to an altcoin, you're delaying that Bitcoin epiphany, the Bitcoin singularity. Remember, Bitcoin monetizes peace, fiat money monetizes hate and war. He's speaking facts. Now, before I break down our next story of the day, billionaire Mike Novogratz says that Ethereum can go higher, reveals his prediction and ramps up crypto investments, as well as Top Trader says he's bullish on 2 underrated altcoins and unveils big end-year target for Bitcoin. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just above 2.1 trillion with 260 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And Bitcoin dominance currently at 40%, with the Ethereum dominance at 19.2%. Now, checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Revain up 22%, trading at 3 cents. Celo up 15.5%, trading at $5.57. Aave up almost 6%, trading at $581. And Kusama up 3.8%, trading just under $600. Now, checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have ICP down 17%, trading at $209. We have QTUM down 13%, trading at $18. Dash down 13%, trading at $313. And Waves down 12%, trading at $28.71. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers during this alt season, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now, checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated at 27 in fear. Yesterday was as low as I've seen it in a very long time, 20 in extreme fear. Last week a 72 greed, and last month a 76 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, like we're witnessing right now in the market. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Billionaire investor and crypto firebrand Mike Novogratz believes that Ethereum has more upside potential despite its meteoric rise to a fresh all-time high of $4,362 earlier this month. In a new interview with New York Magazine, the founder and CEO of digital asset merchant bank Galaxy Digital unveils the factors that keep him bullish on the second largest crypto by market cap. Quoting him right here, it was a confluence of kind of 3 tailwinds all at the same time. We already had payments and stablecoins that really kind of gave Ether the kick last year, but then all of a sudden you had decentralized finance, better known as DeFi, and NFTs, non-fungible tokens, both on Ethereum at the same time roughly, with wild accelerating growth, and you start believing, hey, this will be the supercomputer that authenticates all this stuff that's happening. Novogratz says that the leading smart contract platform can potentially grow over 30% from its current value of $3,825 $25, quoting him here, "Listen, all markets correct, almost 100% certainty it will happen. It's just the math, but it's pretty staggering. And listen, Ethereum looks likely to go a lot higher now. You know it's dangerous to get predictions on the highs, but could it get to $5,000? Of course it could. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Mike Novogratz. My prediction for the year-end target for Ethereum is between $10,000 and $15,000. Now, amid the meteoric rise of the broader crypto market, Novogratz highlights that more than double of his investments are in the emerging space. Like anybody in crypto, the last 5 months have kind of rocked our worlds in terms of what percentage of our net worth is in crypto, and I think I'm up to 85% in crypto. People should understand that it's not going to keep happening over and over. Like this idea that we've gone from not an asset class to an asset class only can happen once. But this wild acceleration that we're seeing, where things are up 30 times, 40 times, even 100x, that's not normal. It doesn't happen very often. Be prudent, take some chips to buy yourself a house if you can afford it, or a car, or at least a new jacket. And before I break down our final story of the day, Top Trader says he's bullish on 2 underrated altcoins and unveils his big end of the year target for the king of all crypto. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 785 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. I have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. Also have a blog I update daily, which could be found at cryptonewsjest.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video in the description to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. And for those of you on TikTok, be sure to follow me there. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. A high-profile crypto trader is sharing his 2 under-the-radar altcoin picks and his Bitcoin bull market end-of-the-year prediction. You ready? In a new tweet, the crypto analyst known as Capo tells his 112,000 followers he's preparing for a global digital marketplace, World Token, known as World, to perform extremely well against Ethereum in the coming days. World ready to bounce. As you can see right here on your screen, World is nearly 100% off its February all-time high of 25 cents, trading at around 13 cents. World Token is what some traders might call a micro cap. Sitting at just above the $12 million valuation, the asset's 24-hour volume is under $500,000. Just be cautious if you're going to trade the lower cap altcoins. They are very risky and extremely volatile. Capo also spotlights Falfa Network, known as PHA, a privacy protocol built on budding smart contract platform Polkadot. The analyst says that PHA is gearing up to follow the footsteps of Quant QNT, a project that seeks to facilitate blockchain interoperability. According to Capo's chart, PHA's price action is reminiscent of Quant's market structure before it ignited a massive breakout. Quoting him here, "Do you see this breakout? I know a chart that looks exactly like this before breaking out, and it's PHA." So there you have it. In a separate tweet, Capo also reveals his sentiment regarding Bitcoin versus altcoin performance in the short term. The analyst believes that Bitcoin will likely consolidate for an extended period, possibly leaving an opportunity for Ethereum to flip Bitcoin's market cap. However, Capo predicts that the flagship crypto will rally by over 400% before the year's end. How many of you think that it's in the realm of possibilities for Ethereum to realistically flip the Bitcoin market cap? Let me know in the comments below. And quoting him here regarding his Bitcoin price prediction for the end of the year, "After this consolidation, we get a last epic run until December, which will take Bitcoin above $200,000. Altcoins will probably keep outperforming Bitcoin, and a flippening is likely before the cycle ends." Do you agree that Bitcoin is likely to break out above 200,000 before the end of the year? I'd like to point out Max Kaiser's year-end prediction as well, as $220,000 for the high for the Bitcoin price. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. Now, personally, I believe a $200,000 Bitcoin price this year is inevitable, so don't be scared by the FUD, because when you sell your Bitcoin, you're really just transferring it over to people like Michael Saylor. Just saying. So yeah, $200,000 Bitcoin price is destiny in my opinion. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show, I shared with you the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week, as well as Elon Musk's cryptic tweet he shares here to clarify speculation. Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. Also shared that the banking system consumes 2 times more energy than Bitcoin, according to this new research by Galaxy Digital. The numbers don't lie, so we know that Elon Musk is spreading nothing more than FUD. Also in today's show, I shared that billionaire Mike Novogratz says Ethereum could go higher, revealed his Ethereum price target, and ramps up crypto investments, as well as Top Trader says he's bullish on 2 underrated altcoins and unveils his big end of the year target for Bitcoin. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next, and how low do you think she'll go during this dip? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this.